Hey guys, welcome back to a new video. This is Addie.
Hey, this isn't your channel.
Oh, this is Addie. Who am I?
Mom.
So I'm Addie's mom, and we are here to do something a little bit different today. We wanted actually to tell you a little bit about Addie and why her having a YouTube channel is a pretty big deal. So when Addie was in kindergarten, she started to have some issues where she wouldn't take tests in class, she wouldn't talk to her teachers, and we just kind of thought that she was really shy and that she was, just getting used to being in school, right? And after a couple of years, it didn't get any better. So the end of first grade, beginning of second grade, we started to talk to some doctors and talk to some people to get some information. And we found out that Addie has a condition called selective mutism. Sometimes people refer to it as situational mutism. Selective mutism is a type of childhood anxiety which causes someone to not be able to speak in certain social situations. So school is a really big one that she has trouble with. So for example, if you're going around the class and the teacher's asking everybody to offer, information or answer something, she has some issues with that. If people are in her face a lot, like they want to, she doesn't always like that. And so it makes her really uncomfortable and she can have meltdowns. Do you want to explain what it's like when you have one of your panic attacks?
It's like my body shuts down.
Okay. What does your brain do?
It goes like I can't talk.
You can't talk? So when Addie was in second grade and we asked her what it felt like, she said, "Mom, my brain just goes blank and it won't tell my mouth to talk." And so that's how we knew that it was something more than just shyness. So we started to see a therapist that specializes in it, and she was diagnosed with selective mutism and social communication anxiety disorder. And a lot of people would think, well, how is she here doing a YouTube video if she has selective mutism? But for whatever reason, it's really common for kids who have selective mutism to be able to do stuff like this because they're kind of, getting to be this fun character, and there's not the anxiety and pressure to have to perform as themselves. Selective mutism is a relatively rare disorder. It only occurs in about 1% of children. It's most commonly found in children. Some adults do have it.
You kind of do.
I did when I was younger. Looking back, I think that was a little bit of something that I had going on. But it's only about 1% of children, and it's actually more common in girls. So for every one boy that has selective mutism, there are 2 girls that have selective mutism. The reason I wanted to come on today is because I wanted to help Addie talk about our not-for-profit that we started. Can you tell them what it's called?
Speak Up for Selective Mutism.
Speak Up for Selective Mutism. So what that is, it's twofold. So there are 2 things that we do with Speak Up for Selective Mutism. The first is, what do you create and sell? What do you make and sell on Babaloo Designs? Bracelets. So she makes bracelets. She's got a huge thing of beads, and we use specifically for the selective mutism bracelets, we use what's called angelite gems, which are a color of blue, and they represent courage and bravery. And we sell those especially during October, which is Selective Mutism Month. And $1 of every bracelet that is sold gets donated to Selective Mutism Association.
That's that color.
So $1 gets donated to Selective Mutism Association. The purpose of Speak Up for Selective Mutism itself is to advocate for more awareness within the schools. So when Addie was first starting to show symptoms, like I said, we thought she was just shy, or maybe had a little bit of ADHD and didn't want to focus. And so we didn't really know how to handle her, and things that they would typically do for shy kids or ADHD kids or even autistic kids wasn't working with Addie. And so we couldn't use the common things that they would normally use. And so the teachers were kind of stuck. And so once we had the selective mutism diagnosis, we were able to pinpoint and realize that the way that you would help a selective mutism child is not the way that you would help an ADHD child or an autistic child or something like that. So we realized that the teachers needed to have different tools and resources. And so the purpose of Speak Up for Selective Mutism is to help advocate for that. So we want to go to all of the school districts, right now just in our